Here, we'll set this up now. We are officially live. I'm obviously in a different background today.
Hang up. Are you
Hang up?
downstairs?
Oh,
No, it's all downstairs. Yeah.
we are live. I would check for Zoom calls just in case you do get one. I don't know if you will.
Yeah, I'm right. I have it right in front of me just to make sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's almost-
drop some comments.
Do you want to post a story and tag me in it so I can repost it like we are live? So how do you post a comment with that copy and paste?
With
Oh, I'm gonna post. Let me see. That's what I'm gonna do. Post story.
we got technical difficulties, guys. Not difficulties. We're trying to get a call list together.
Hey, everybody, that's live on my Instagram. We got a call set up. So I'm putting it in right now on my Instagram on my story. So you guys can call into our show. Live now. Click to talk. Link. Okay, is this fucker gonna work? It's the first time we ever done this. Figure it out.
Excuse me. It's through Zoom unless you guys want to be on a camera. If you guys want to be on a camera, let me know. I'll DM you.
No, I shut it off. They go automatically wait list, no camera.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't want to see no fucking dicks or anything like that. I'm not doing that shit.
If you want to, I'm open to it. Josh isn't. I am. Let's
dicks?
Nah.
Yay! All right, everybody on my live, on my story is the link.
We're never sharing a room again.
It is to get to my Zoom. What happens is it's going to go directly to my phone. You're going to go into a waiting room. I'm going to click your name. You're going to hear something that the caller wants to unmute you. And at that point, I believe it's #6, but it'll give you instructions. So yeah, the fucking lines are open to see if this thing works.
Yeah.
I'm going to copy it in here too. Can you copy it and put it in our comments?
Let's see. Control Option, copy, and post command. There it is. You just got to copy and paste that.
All right. So that's how you get onto the Zoom. Let's go ahead and show that. May not be able to copy and paste it. I'll hide that. Fuck that. But hey, we'll see if anybody pops in.
There has to be like a phone number we can try.
On my app, it just has a link for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. But if they're watching from a cell phone or a computer, which Instagram is, they should be able to pop in.
Gotcha.
Hold on one second. I'm going to mute myself real quick. Hey, Kels, can you try to click on the link? We're going to test it right now and make sure it works.
AP had the same starter jacket I got sent home from school in. Well, you guys both got.
Is that you, iPhone?
You guys both got in trouble the same
The link
day.
works. So, you want to try clicking the link on Instagram? See what happens?
How we doing, Jay? How we doing?
So I'm going to click it on my story.
If you guys have been under a rock, AP is no longer with us as our Raider head coach.
Oh, we got somebody. What's Steven? We got Steven. Let's go.
All right, we got one. Let's see.
Let's fucking try it. Okay. All right, let's unmute. So Steven, oh, damn it. Did I click out of him? Oh, god damn it. Hopefully I didn't do something. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm new at this. Leave me alone.
Don Juan, AP deserved better. You know what, man? To an extent, you're right. To an extent, it was time. I see both sides of that story.
No.
Do you guys bash Carr? Carr haters whack. I don't mind Carr.
Raiderville, Terry, click on the link in my story. See if it pops you up and brings you into the call. We set up phone calls, so you can click the link and it should do it. It's going to get in a participant list, so you can call in.
Tom Brady's the Michael Jordan. He's going to have us like the Hornets. Hey, you guys got some
Probably.
comments today. Vrabel, you know what? I want to deep dive into this. We will get into it. I believe Vrabel is overrated as well. All he had to
Yeah.
do was spam the run with Derrick Henry.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he had Derrick Henry and couldn't win.
Yeah, I mean, Tannehill was the problem there, but I do believe he's overrated to an extent. But
So
let,
people keep talking
let's dive
about.
in. Let's start off. AP gone. He's out. He's out
I
as a
mean,
Raider head coach.
I don't have to worry about him getting mad for the shit that I said. So that's cool. I was low key worried about going to the State of the Union, but like, so I legit about 3-4 weeks ago.
No Jack Jones either.
Yeah, people that worked with the Raiders and stuff came up to me and they're like, "Dude, AP don't like you," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And they're just like straight up told me. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." I was like, "Fuck, dude."
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, well, at least he knows who I am. So, I mean, that's pretty nifty.
Yeah, that's pretty nifty. I mean, he took a picture with the frog too, for being realistic.
Yeah, he did.
So,
hey, you want to do me a favor? Go to my story and click on it and see if it'll let you in.
Let's see.
So everybody in my live, in the live chat, if you go to my story, a link to get into our call live, you will actually be able to talk and ask a question live. We're trying something new out, seeing if it works. Right now, it's just a link. Hopefully, in the next week or two, we'll have it set up where you actually can call in.
It is not letting me. I'll be honest with you.
What happens when you click it?
It says browser not supported, but I'm also doing it off my phone.
Yeah, if I do it off my phone, it works.
Let's see.
Maybe that's
it works on the I don't know. It works on the my Twitter one. We'll figure it out. I'll keep talking. Go ahead, figure it out. So the fucking team, Davis. I agree. He needs to get the fuck out at this point. No, I do like Mark Davis. Mark Davis, bash on him all you want. He's the only owner who will, admit his mistakes and fucking pull the cord when it's needed.
Yeah,
whether it's a year in, 6 months in, Mark Davis. I mean, he might not know football, but he just wants to win.
What's funny is that we fired their guy on a Tuesday. We haven't even requested to talk to anybody yet. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
AP, like somebody said in the comments, AP ain't going back to college. AP's not going to get a head coaching job anywhere. Mm-hmm. At the most, he's going to get a positional coaching position or like assistant to an assistant. That should tell you something.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely. Unless you're Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless said AP needs another shot.
Skip Bayless also fucks his host, so there's that too.
Hey, man. AP was an NFL position coach for 2 seasons. He coached high school, had some time at Arizona State. He didn't earn the head coaching position. You're right, he didn't. We all had hope for him. Me and Josh were both AP all day last year. Shit happens. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at this point, we got to keep our star players. Max Crosby, he did an interview today with Sirius XM. He didn't look too happy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys had seen it, but he did not look happy. He looked frustrated. I don't know if he knew the AP news and that's why he was frustrated. I mean, you can go down a million rabbit holes when it comes to Max Crosby during that interview, because that interview he didn't seem too happy at all.
All right, we got somebody that joined. So Jay Raider, let me see. I'm gonna try this. Okay, this is the first time. All right, it says connecting audio. I don't know. I'm not a radio personnel host. All right, so Jay Raider, we're gonna try to have him unmute himself. Ask to unmute. Let's see if it works. So I have it so it goes right to me. Hey, we got one.
There we go. How we doing, Jay?
How you doing, man? Good.
Maybe
we're first time ever doing this, so
put the phone closer up. Maybe it's a little far.
So you guys know you guys have to download the Zoom app on your phone.
Yeah.
Then you guys can click on the link. You hit join meeting, and then you'll be able to go ahead and get it in.
Yeah. I just set it up because I was going through the Zoom Yard or StreamYard to do Zoom, and you have to connect a bunch of ways. I'm like, I'm just going to do it this way this time. But next time we'll have a call in. I'm going to take it in and just have it set up. It's fucking crazy. It's so annoying to set this shit up.
We're still new, guys. We're still new.
So what's your question, man? What's your take on AP?
My take is honestly, you either whether you like or hate the guy, no matter what, I mean, I think it was kind of a dirty move by Davis, the way, he got let go. If your intention was to go ahead and let AP go if you make the decision, 3 days ago, a week ago, 10 days ago, whatever, you don't let the man go up and do a presser like that yesterday, and then you let him go today. That's kind of a slap in the face. Whatever you feel about him, this guy went out and played hard and tried to win as many games as possible. Yeah, I like AP, but I understand the business aspect of it, and it just the way that everything went about it was totally wrong. And it kind of shattered. It kind of puts a little black eye on the organization. I don't know if we'll be able to go ahead and attract anybody viable because of this, as far as head coaches are concerned. Because who's going to want to fucking come in and coach for us now? Knowing that this is what you're going to be treated on your way. You're being basically made a fool of, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Obviously, my question to you guys: who do you guys think would be the next coach for the Raiders? Obviously, there's a lot of names being thrown around in this offseason, but who do you guys think is your top 3 guys that would be a head contender for head coach?
So there's not feedback. I'm gonna mute it. And we're gonna answer your question. But hey, thank you so much. You're the first call ever.
There you go.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. So right off the bat, we already know Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen are probably 1, 2. Ben Johnson's probably a fucking long shot.
Yeah, I would say so too. I think Ben Johnson's a pipe dream. I think you're gonna go Liam Cohen. I'm gonna throw 4 names out there. I think you're gonna go Liam Cohen. I think you're going to go with Brian Flores. I believe possibly I will throw a dark horse in there. I think we interview Aaron Glenn. Does he get the job? Probably not. But I believe we do interview Aaron Glenn. And then I also believe that Pete Carroll is a huge name in the Raider head coaching carousel. And the only reason I do say Pete Carroll, I would have never thrown 73-year-old Pete Carroll's name out there. Vinny from the Las Vegas, whatever he writes for, Vinny Borsingor. He's basically an extended Raiders PR. And he did mention today that Pete Carroll is a name to watch for.
So you saw that, what was it, earlier in the year? They were floating Pete Carroll's name out to get job opportunities. Did you see that story?
Yes.
Yeah. So when I see that now with Pete Carroll, I think that's a crock of shit because his own people were putting him in name out there just to try to get him some opportunities. I don't know if it was a broadcasting or coaching or whatever. Dude's 75 years old and he was on the tail end of his career at Seattle. He's not going to re-spark the Raiders at 75, 73, however old he is. To me, Ben Johnson is probably a long shot. He's going to go somewhere where they have a quarterback. People keep saying the Bears, but then on top of that, where's Cliff Kingsbury going to go? Because both those guys aren't going to work together. So if you see Kingsbury leave the Bears, I think Ben Johnson goes there. Our probably number 1 hit person we need to go after is Liam Cohen because of what he's done with fucking Baker Mayfield. I mean, Mayfield.
Let me throw this out there. I mean, is Liam Cohen another Antonio Pierce? He's going to be a rookie head coach. He's had 1 great year. I mean, deep dive into it. He has done amazing things with Baker Mayfield. Don't get me wrong. He's made him a top 5 quarterback in the NFL this season.
Well, Aaron Glenn hasn't coached at a professional level besides defensive backs and defensive coordinator either. So we're not going to get somebody that's been a head coach before. And that's stupid to do that. That whole coaching carousel where they say, hey, let's do this guy, let's get that guy, where they don't give other people a chance. That's why you get coaches that are like Ron Rivera, who coached, or Jeff Fisher, that coached for 10, 15 years and have a 500 record. Because people are afraid to take that chance because it can mean their job. So you need to get somebody that has an offensive mindset if we're going to have a young quarterback, which you do in AOC. And chances are we're going to have a young quarterback if we draft anybody in the 2nd or 3rd round. So you need somebody. Brian Flores, it was kind of – it depends what you think happened in Miami. I'd be okay.
He did run the team well. I mean, you are right. It depends what you think happened in Miami.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, he got fired. So,
Mhm.
and that's that whole thing. He's that Bill Belichick participant off that
Mhm.
tree, and that tree has not done well in the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's good as coordinators, not good as coaches.
Yeah.
So, but that other part is you get him as defensive coordinator. You still have to go out and get an offensive coordinator. Who are you going to get?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm on the same boat. I mean, either way, you're going to have to get one or the other. Whether it's if you go get an offensive minded coach, you have to. Patrick Graham, he has the head coaching interview with Jacksonville. He has another opportunity. I forget where off the top of my head right now, but Patrick Graham is most likely gone. So you're going to have to go out. You're going to have to find a defensive coordinator. You're going to have to find an offense. I mean, you need a whole coaching staff. It's going to be a full clean house. It's going to be a full rebuild. I mean, it's going to be a whole new coaching staff next year. I don't see Scott Turner returning. I don't see half these guys coming back.
No,
90%. 90% of these guys are going to come back. It's a full rebuild.
Yeah. And a lot of players we know and love are going to be gone.
Yeah.
So that's a real thing.
Yeah. Well, right off the bat, you're going to lose Jack Jones.
We got one more caller. We got MC Raider. You know,
all right,
Mario?
MC. Let's type in MC.
He's going to talk shit is what he's going to do.
That's cool too. You can call him. Just talk shit to Josh.
Hold on. No, I sent in that group chat. Try it. So you have to actually have the app, I guess, the way I set it up. So I'll do it.
We'll figure it out. This is a test run. We're gonna figure it out.
Hey, man, you're up. MC, can you hear me? I think he muted himself again.
While you figure that out, I believe Jack Jones is overrated too. JJ.
Hey, he's on there. There we go. What's up, MC?
Where's this at on Twitter?
Twitter and my Instagram Live and YouTube.
Yeah.
But I can't see nothing. Can you see me?
No, I turned the video off because I don't want to see anybody's fucking dicks. That's why.
If you want to be, we can send him a link if he wants to tap in. Does he want to come on?
No, I've been filling around with it today, and I have it set up to go directly to my phone during the podcast. So hopefully, next couple of weeks we'll have everything set up to where people can call in. So that would be a cool idea.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I turned the video off because immediately, if it were me, I would start showing inappropriate things and get blocked. If it, so it's like video's off.
Only Joe.
Another coach gone with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you guys don't know, this is MC Raider. You probably know him from TikTok, Instagram. Massive fucking following. So, all right, I got a question for you because somebody did bring it up earlier. How fucking retarded was it to have AP come out and do a press conference and fire him the next day? Like, how embarrassing how dysfunctional are we?
Yeah, it's weird because everyone's expecting okay, to go out there and just say bye, I'm done with the Raiders, or I'm going to stay there. So everyone thought that was it. We were keeping for another year, and then this shit goes down.
Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, we're going to have AP, we're going to have AOC. Cool. We're going to be 500 next year. And then what was it, like 3 p.m, 2 o'clock or something? He's fired. It's like, come on. That's how fucking why other teams have already fired or saying they're going to keep people and are already requesting the interview. We're just getting around to firing a coach again.
AP got fired on his day off.
When the word came out that Patrick Graham was already going to talk to the Bengals and the Jaguars, then I knew this is over with.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. It kind of sucks. Like, I was like, okay, he has another year to turn it around. Let's give him a chance. He did have a year and a half, but at the end of the day, they want to move a different direction. And we supported him, but at the same time, we're like, all right, hey, we want to win.
Let me ask MC this. MC, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, who do you think our next coach is?
My wife said Power Raiders. I think I don't know how to say his name. Vrabel, what is his name?
Vrabel, yeah. Vrabel.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready for him. I hear he thinks about Pete Carroll, but I think that's a long shot. But I don't know, man. I'm tired of getting a new coach and then having to rebuild year after year. You know what I mean? And something so they have to do something to come in strong. And I think, I think someone like Vrabel should be good. I don't know any other coaches that will be available, like that experience.
Yeah, Vrabel does come with the experience.
Yeah,
And
him and Flores are probably the only ones that have experience of the guys we're looking at. All the other ones are coordinators. So it depends what the Raiders want, and it's
they're
going to
gonna want
heavily
stability.
influence the draft.
You're gonna want stability. I heard. Don't even say that, SB Drew. Brandon Staley.
Hey, we got another caller.
Out there like John Gruden.
Nah, fuck that. We're good. I'm done. I'm good. All right, man. Hey, MC, thanks so much for hopping on. I appreciate it, man.
All right, brother.
See you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, now we got Jesse. So I don't know which Jesse. Oh, see. All right. Hey, it's pretty cool. They said they have to download the app. Some of them if they didn't have it.
Gotcha. Okay.
For some reason, I couldn't get that. So Zoom has a dial one. You press a button, and automatically you're in the call. And I couldn't. I had like 2 minutes to set it up.
Yeah. We're trying to figure it out. We'll hopefully next week have a full call in line, or the week after. We're still learning. If anyone knows how to do it, please let us know.
No, I'm taking Geet Sod. Jesse, you're on. Can you hear me?
Yo.
Which Jesse is this?
Raiders Jesse.
Oh, what's up, man?
Fuck you.
I know like 3 Jessies. It's a common name. I don't know. You know, it's life. Hey. So what's your take on today, man? He mute himself? Yeah, he did. Why'd you mute yourself, Jesse?
Can we trade for Mike Tomlin?
Hey, what's your take on today in the coaching situation?
Didn't ever got rid of me.
Yep.
Very depressing. That said, I believe he deserved one more year. One with some weapons around him, a quarterback at least. You know, running backs, but it wasn't a draft pick. So what he did in Green Bay. You know, for us not paying Jacobs what he wanted, it was a quick shit show, and you could tell. You know,
Yeah.
just like last year, when the O-line wasn't blocking for shit, Jacobs was still able to get through there, get some yards, pick up some first downs, and we just didn't have that shit. You know, so I feel like they're just using AP as a scapegoat, threw him under the bus, and they're just gonna move on.
I can definitely see that. We saw this year. Now I think I don't know if it was Josh Dubois or somebody like that posted it, but they showed all the running backs changing teams. All the running backs that changed teams, like Jacobs, Barkley, who was the other one? Henry. They all had outstanding quarterback ones, and the team surrounding them, they all did well. So they all had career years that we saw. So the funniest video of the Hard Knocks was the Giants saying, it's not like he's going to run for 2,000 yards or anything. And then he went and did it at Saquon. But yeah, I don't know why the hell we didn't pay Jacobs the $8 to $10 million. I said it might not be worth it because we might be getting other positions or we might spend it elsewhere. And we just didn't use it. And I'm like, what the hell? Like if we would have took that money and put it somewhere else, okay, I see what happened. But it just sat there and we didn't use any of it. So it's a lie.
Waste of money, waste of time. Essentially wasting someone's career over, something so trivial as money.
Yeah, I do think AP is a scapegoat. I post this other because people saw like, oh, you hate AP. I'm like, no. I love his energy. I was like, first time I read him, I'm like, man, I'd run through a fucking wall for that dude. Like he's a motivational speaker. The problem was he was not a fucking coordinator prior to stepping foot NFL as a coach. That's where his failure was. So if all this stuff regarding the coaching and the bankruptcy and the NCAA bullshit, if that stuff blows over, he really should get another chance in NFL as a coordinator and then step up. But as right now, he's probably not going to be anything more than like an assistant or a positional coach. I think somebody will give him a choice like that. And me, we were in the chat. Remember me and Joe, we were talking about it. He's like, do you think AP is going to get a job elsewhere? I'm like, no, he's not. He's not experienced enough. And that was like, well, that's why he shouldn't be our coach. And I was like, I understand. But,
very understandable.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a good point. But at the same time, yeah, we set him up for failure. That whole thing that oh my God, I always forget his name. The guy from the Niners or the Seattle. God damn it. What's Stanford? No.
I'm sorry, I zoned out.
No, the guy that went the cornerback, Sherman. Sherman said we set him up for failure. And I was like, yeah that's a good thing.
No, we definitely did. I mean, You know, you gave him 1 year with Gardner Minshew. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, obviously, he wanted Jaden Daniels. You didn't even let him get a chance to get his quarterback.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the end of the day, business is business. NFL stands for not for long.
Yeah.
So
Well, the average head coach and coordinator is like 3.5 years or something like that, 4 years.
yeah.
It's pretty short. So he's just going to be another one in the long line list of coaches that we fired, and we all pray and hope the next one's going to be it. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Or let's ask a question to Jesse. Who does he think the coach is going to be?
Who do you think's the coach going to be? Jesse.
Bring in Nick Saban, baby. Let's go.
Nick Saban.
Nick Saban.
That dude gets paid too much money to sit there next to Pat McAfee and just talk shit all day.
Oh man, that's a good one.
I don't even have an answer to that question.
Yeah.
Because right now, I don't see much of it. I've seen some talks of Deion Sanders, but why would he leave Colorado? To come to the NFL. I don't see that happening either. So, and realistically, do I really want that? I don't know.
Do you think we go with experience, or do you think we go with something that's hot? So, like something that's hot would be like Ben Johnson or Liam Cohen. Experience would be Vrabel, Frank Reich, something like that. Brian Flores.
Well, ultimately, that'll be Mr. Brady's
Mr. Brady's decision.
experience.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling in, dude.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, brother.
Easy, man. See you, man.
Yes, AP got fired before GTA 6.
Fucking Joe. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh man.
I personally think we're gonna go with what's hot. I feel like they should sign Ben Johnson and give that fucker a blank check. And if they can't get him, if they can't get him, they got to get Cohen. We need an offensive minded coach if we're going to draft a quarterback and develop AOC. I understand Brian Flores, but the thing is, you can get a good coordinator. But now we got to get an offensive coordinator, we got to get a defensive coordinator, we got to get a head coach now. Like everybody's gone. Like it's gonna be a whole new. This is what the third regime we've had in Vegas. We had the Gruden regime, and then we had the McDaniels regime, and then we had the AP regime, and his was a mix of McDaniels, but now everybody's gone.
Yeah. So let's deep dive on that. I mean, obviously we've been through 3 regimes in 4 years. Long-standing players such as Max Crosby. Where would you stand if you were in their position currently, going on their 3rd or 4th coach with the organization?
So with Max, I understand he's pissed off. He wants to win. That's his thing. So I understand where he's coming from. I would not be surprised in the next year or two if they're rebuilding, if they start to listen to offers for him. And at that point in time, the whole nation is going to fucking turn on Mark Davis.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I'm getting, stuff. There we go. We'll see what happens with that.
Well, I did post, on my Twitter, Raider AQ, that Max Crosby is going on his. You commented on it. A little bit of a clickbait. Max Crosby is going on his 4th coach in 6 years. One guy though, I mean, he did comment. I mean, Max Crosby is a competitor, but he did comment that Max Crosby played for Eastern Michigan. He should be kind of, used to the carousels.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan is not exactly a football school.
Exactly. But I mean, at some point you do get fed up.
Yeah, it's at that point where you like, okay, this isn't stability. And we talk about this every 2 or 3 years. We're not stable. We're dysfunctional. Where does that start with? It starts with Mark fucking Davis.
Of course.
I think because we're in LV, we're in the limelight, we're on ESPN, we get national coverage. People are starting to see how poor of an owner he really is, how dysfunctional we are. Like every few years, we get all new staff, all new coaches, rah this, rah that, and it's the same fucking thing. If it's him making football decisions, he's doing it incorrectly. So we need to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you got to put Mark Davis in the corner and just let Tom Brady, decide the fate of the team, because what Mark's doing, I mean, it's not working. That's obviously why he did bring in Tom Brady to make those football operation decisions.
Yeah. And somebody commented that they need to pay for a coach. I don't think it's amount of money. It's not money. It's they have money. It's making the right decisions and hiring the right persons. Has nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't broke. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
You know?
We are now officially the highest season ticket in the league.
Oh, that's
per
thank
seat.
you. Yeah, per seat. And we won 4 games last year.
Yep. So we've gone 23%. We've gone up 23% in 2 years, and we are the highest ticket in the NFL.
Yeah, he just wants to price everybody out. He doesn't want those Oakland guys in there anymore.
You're not wrong. Someone's gonna buy the seat, whether it's us or an opposing fan. At this point, I don't know if Mark Davis really cares who's in the seat.
No. I think he says the right thing to see it, but he don't give a shit. As long as he's making his money, he don't care. And while he's the owner, we're not going to win. So I just leave it at that. While he is involved with the team at an ownership level where he's there all the time, people that think he's not calling the shots, he's the boss. He owns the fucking team. What he says goes. He don't like you, he tells you to jump, you have to.
Yeah.
And all these owners all have a bit of an ego. Jerry Jones, like, he put together good teams in the 90s, and look what he's doing now. He's running the organization to the fucking ground. And everybody's blaming Jerry. He's doing podcasts and shit every week. Like, what owner gets on a podcast every week? Yeah. Jerry Jones, that's you. That's how dysfunctional they are.
Yeah.
So, it's just, I don't think until he takes a step back, we're going to be a winning franchise. So I'm just in it for the long haul. I'm younger than him, so maybe I'll see us win sometime soon.
I mean, I have the only hope that I have right now for the Raiders, unfortunately, I hate to say it, is Tom Brady, is going to be a huge part in our football operations. Yeah. Because as of right now, outside of maybe 5 core guys, the Raiders do not have very much. And those 5 core guys are going to be Max Crosby, Brock Bowers, JPJ. You might have something in Powell Mao. And the 5th was, who am I missing? Either way, you know what I mean?
We got Spillane, but he's 28 years old.
Spillane, that's who I had posted on my Twitter, was Spillane.
Look at this comment. This is fucking great. So much more explanation.
I don't know. I mean, it's stressful. It's stressful to be a Raiders fan. But man, we love the team. I will tell you, we do this every week. We do it as a hobby. So
yeah, I will. I'm gonna get over. So I got my. I want to show off that cleat. That cleat's fucking cool. My kid got. Oh.
You know what? While he gets that cleat, does Mark bring back Derek Carr? No, I don't think so.
What is wrong with people? Derek Carr said he's not taking a pay cut. We didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, $40 million. You're gonna take on $40 million for
I think
Derek
he makes
Carr?
more than that now. So my kid's got some cool shit. So I got Mattinson's game use cleats.
Awesome.
So see all the sparkly? So that was pretty cool. Got the gloves too, and then got his game gloves signed. So I was like,
cool.
Sweet. I mean, he
cool.
probably won't be back next year, but it's pretty cool for my kids.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Here, let's touch on this. It's been a huge comment. It's been a huge comment. We'll talk about it. It's been a huge comment. I've seen it a few times in your Instagram, and now it's on YouTube. It's been on Twitter. Shedeur in prime to Las Vegas. Is it a possibility? Yes. It's a possibility if you miss out maybe on the top 3 to 4 head coaches you're going for. Brady has a huge relationship with the Sanders family, but it's not gonna probably happen.
No, and I think
you probably have a better chance at landing Ben Johnson than this scenario, but it could. I'm not going to say it couldn't. It could happen.
So with Sanders Senior, like I said, as a coach, I think he would do well.
Mm-hmm.
Sanders Jr. as a quarterback, I think he's going to be mid, and that's pretty much it. And you're seeing all that stuff now. Now that all the hype is gone about him going to Vegas, you're starting to see all these reports coming out that he's a second-round talent. All these people, a lot of people don't even have him in the top 10. They don't have him here. They don't have him there.
Yep.
And you're like, wow, well, maybe he's not that good of a player. People forget what him, Dart, Milroe, Gabriel, they were all like 2nd to 5th round talents and evaluations before the season started. And so because they have a few good games, all of a sudden, that's all going to change.
Yeah.
It reminds me, think of people like Mitch Trubisky, Jamarcus Russell, Kenny Pickett that had one good year One good year, bam, first round pick. Guess what? You're a backup in 4 years.
Yeah.
You know,
No, very true. Very true. And
all,
I mean,
all the quarterbacks that AP beat were all
yeah.
first round picks.
As you mentioned last year, I mean, Lamar Jackson was a 32nd pick. Mahomes was the 16th. Josh Allen was the 8th or 9th pick. Getting a quarterback in the top 5 doesn't guarantee anything.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. Hey, we got another person. It just says iPad. So
let's see. Raider Alex, thanks for tuning in. Sick ass logo, bro. I would consider Cliff Kingsbury for a head coaching position too. He kind of falls off in the second half, but he's better than what we have right now. Definitely. Maybe he learned from his mistakes.
All right. Connecting with Mr. iPad. They have no name. You gonna unmute yourself? iPad, you gotta unmute yourself if you're watching.
Hello.
Hey there. How you doing, man? What's your name? Where are you from?
All right, so hold on a minute. Capitan Rafucha in the building. Sorry about that because I know that I.
Oh, it's Rafi.
Oh, it's Ralphie.
Yeah.
Ralphie, where are you from again? Brazil?
Yeah, but I have a question for.
We got Ralphie from Brazil.
Q. I know that it's been like a few months that I go through like the off season, but let me ask another question because I know we have like the running back situation along with Alexander Madison, Dylan Love, and of course there is like, well, since you're McCormick, and then we just got it. So what should we draft it like a new running back, or we should go for like the free agency like a running back because there are so many options like Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins, or we can draft like a running back. So that's like a simple, just like Cam Scatterball for Arizona State.
So as far as running back goes, it's more effective and more efficient to draft a running back than it is to get one on free agency because you get a running back round 2 on, you have him for 4 years locked up. So if a running back comes in at 22, 23, you have him pretty much till he's on his downfall. You know, that's all there is to it. And you can franchise him after that. So you got him for 5 or 6 years. So if you get a running back at 22, you have him till he's 28, period. Yeah. So for me, if we're going to draft a running back, Scatterbo is not a first-round pick. He doesn't have breakaway speed. He is probably a change of pace back. He has a chance to run for 1,000 yards just because of his competitiveness, just like every running back does. You see what the Niners do. Whoever they plug in runs for 100 yards. Yeah. So he's probably a second, third-round pick. For me, who I really want is Hampton from North Carolina if we're going to draft a late-round running back. He's explosive, fast.
From North Carolina Tar Heels. Yeah, because that talent is just like at a high caliber running back. He has like a very similar style to Christian McCaffrey.
So yeah, he is pretty much for him. Hampton's probably a complete back. But the thing is, we're seeing a lot of backs now these days be ranked second, third, fourth, fifth round. There's no first round backs anymore.
And you know, a couple names to watch out for the running back position. I actually talked to one of my buddies about this today. AJ Dillon will come very cheap. He's coming off an injury. He's 26 years old. If you can pair him with a rookie running back, I would love AJ Dillon on a small contract, 2 years, prove it deal. Still very young, very power back. He has the speed. I think AJ Dillon could be nice. Najee Harris, I mean, they got the Oakland roots. You know, people love that, but I mean, he's been productive. I wouldn't hate him. It's been an upgrade from what we have right now currently. But if I had to go for a free agent running back, I would love AJ Dillon on the Raiders.
Yeah, I can see AJ Dillon. Najee Harris, I can't stand.
Yeah, I'm on a similar boat, but I could see it happening. But AJ Dillon, I think if you compare, I mean, if you're going back to, is Ralph still on the call?
No. It ended for some reason, so I'm restarting.
Okay, so just to say, Ralph, if you do go for Cam Scatterbo, say the long shot, you do get him. You pair him with AJ Dillon, I think it could be nice. That's my opinion on it.
I think we need 2 running backs.
I agree. That's what the NFL is coming to.
Yeah, I mean,
Have a good night, Raider Enterprise. Thanks for tuning in, brother.
I mean, besides Saquon and Henry, we're seeing them have career years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we need 2 running backs.
I agree. Does Malcolm Coops come back? I believe he does.
He needs to. He needs to prove himself.
Yeah, I can see Scattaboo Harris working out. I don't think we get Scattaboo. It'd be cool. It'd be fun. I mean, obviously he showed out against Texas in the Sugar Bowl. No, I forget what bowl it was.
I mean, he won the MVP.
Yeah, he did. As a leading player.
The app closed for some reason. It said error, so I sent you the new link. It's super easy to start up. I just reposted it, so
Yeah.
you still can click and call in live.
Yeah. So that's where we're at.
And I put this in. I put this in as a joke. I did the PFF draft. I said for casual Raider fans right now, and
It's Scattaboo.
Scattaboo, Gabriel, Jackson Dart, and then
Johnson.
Quentin Johnson, or Johnson from
Oregon.
No. Yeah. Is it Trey?
Tez.
There we go.
Tez.
You can't be caught up in the moment like that. You watched film for the whole year. When you make knee-jerk reactions off of one game, you get people like fucking Jamarcus Russell.
Mm-hmm.
You get people like Ted Ginn.
Mm-hmm.
You get these guys that just blow up 1 or 2 games against a good competition. You got to watch them for a year or two. Yeah. There's a reason there's scouting reports on them. There's a reason that there's combine results on them. Or you get the people that are combine warriors that just blow it out of the water and they still can't perform because they're just big, fast, and strong.
Yeah.
So watch tape on the whole year. Scatabo did perform on a national scene. He'd been doing that all year. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. So with him, but still, there's how do I explain it? There are certain metrics to players that they know will succeed, and there's certain metrics they won't. Like, i.e., a quarterback being under 6 feet tall, a quarterback being under 210 pounds. If they're in a certain percentile of that group and a lower percentage, they know they have less of a chance to succeed. Mm-hmm. That they have access to all that information. That's where scouting combines come from. And people like Scatterbo, who runs a 4.740, have a lower chance to succeed. Not saying he won't, but as a every down back that can't block, that's a bit iffy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Scatterbo, I mean, hopefully he does well, but he's a very he might be a one-trick pony.
Yeah, if Arizona doesn't draft them, they're dipshits. You got a guy that can go in the 3rd round when you need a running back to help out your crew and Murray. You draft him. He's a hometown hero. Draft him and keep him.
Yeah. So we're about 40 minutes in, guys. I mean, we can talk a few more things. If you guys do want to call in, please refer to Josh's story. Yep. We got about 20 minutes left. Next topic. I mean, let's dive deep into it. Obviously, we need a quarterback next year. How do you feel if AOC is our starting quarterback next year?
500.
And are you confident with that?
No, we're going to be below 500. I had faith in him this year, and it cost me what, $2,000?
Yeah.
Not doing it again. Not making that mistake twice. Yeah. If we have AOC, I would say if we have somebody like Ben Johnson or Liam Cohen, we're probably a 500 win team because they're going to get the most out of those quarterbacks, realistically. So, but at the same time, if you're going to roll with AOC, I don't think you're going to get a top tier coach. I don't think you're going to get a top tier offensive mind. Offensive coordinator is going to want to come in and say, hey, I want a QB. Go get me a QB. Okay. Or say, hey, we can get this guy in the 2nd or 3rd. I want that guy. I want to evaluate him. He's going to go in and play over AOC.
Yeah.
And you saw the same thing happen with Carr. McDaniels came in and was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want him. I want somebody else.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we're trying to avoid for the next, 10, 15 years is all these changes. A couple comments. Jackson Dart. Name has been floating around Raider Nation quite a bit. He's a project quarterback. He has a big arm. They say he fumbles a lot. I have not watched a lot of Ole Miss games this year. I know you did a scouting report on him, I believe last week.
I love me college ball. So that's probably what got me started in this is I watch a shit ton of college football. So Jackson Dart, if you want to watch what he is against elite talent, watch him playing Kentucky. Kentucky has a pro-style defense, and he had issues. If he plays a pro-style defense, he has trouble reading the defense. That is his issue. That is why he's not a first-round pick. He has trouble progressing through his reads. He eyeballs and he forces the ball and he throws poorly under pressure. Most quarterbacks throw poorly under pressure, but what happens is he misreads and he'll get tricked into throwing into coverage. Not necessarily turning into a lot of turnovers, but he does have issues with that. That's why he's not a first round pick.
Yeah.
People and he does fumble the ball. A lot of college players, they don't tuck the ball up, they hold it, they play a hero ball, things like that, run around, because a guy that runs a 4.7 40, 4.8 40 in college is quick enough to run for 30, 40 yards. So, but that is his scouting combine. He has trouble with pro style defenses. So there is a difference between college and pro defenses.
No, definitely. I mean, he would come as a project quarterback. I mean, I will say on stream, I won't post it, but I did get a DM saying that they would love Jackson Dart on the Raiders from a certain family member of a player. You guys can put 2 and 2 together, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, the draft, you never know what's going to happen in the draft. I would compare Jackson Dart maybe to like Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
You know, in New Orleans, he's a late round project quarterback. And he's going to need some time to develop. That's who I would compare him to. They're about the same size. They kind of play the same style of ball. So.
See, and that's why I got a lot of hate, because I was like, draft Monroe. He has the highest ceiling. He can't play quarterback. And so I was like, oh, guess whose stats these are? So I posted Michael Vick's stats, and the dude had like 8 touchdowns and 6 interceptions his senior year. Like, he didn't throw the ball. He ran all over the place, and they ran an option. College stats don't always matter. It matters how you can progress, how your measurables are, how you perform, what your reads are, if you're able to understand what your IQ is. Take somebody like Matt Leinart or Ken Dorsey, 2 of the best college football quarterbacks ever, couldn't do shit in the NFL because they didn't have those intangibles. But on the other end, you have somebody like Vince Young, had all the intangibles in the world, just couldn't understand how to read a defense, and it just didn't work. So you need a mix of all that. To me, Monroe has the highest ceiling. I would be okay with drafting him just based on that fact and his athleticism. He's like a Hurts. He's but faster. He's the fastest guy in the field.
Yeah.
So, and people want to say about Lamar Jackson too. Like, I compared him to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson couldn't pass the ball worth shit in college. He threw a lot of touchdowns against poor competition. And it took him a while to develop. So,
yeah. And it's going to take coaching. I mean, it all depends on this coaching search. It's going to depend on who our head coach, I think, ultimately is. For the guy that we get. You get someone like a Ben Johnson or something. Does he kind of go with a, more of a standard pocket quarterback? It also is going to depend hugely on this head coaching search.
Yeah.
So you get Liam Cohen, he might get, he might go Milroe. He kind of likes that scramble, roll out the pocket type of guy. It's all going to depend on this head coaching search.
Like I said, if we get, I think Milroe is going to be a 2nd round pick. I don't think somebody's going to take a 1st rounder on him. If he's a 2nd round pick and we draft a weapon, we don't need a wide receiver. We don't need a top 5 wide receiver. Like, that's dumb. Like, get one that's
it's fun though.
It's dumb. We're not playing Madden. Okay,
use them in Madden.
We're not playing fucking Madden. All right. We need a running. If we're gonna draft something on offense, draft a fucking running back or something, or trade back and get 2 players.
Yeah.
Don't draft a top 5 wide receiver. Like, you can go pick up T. Higgins. You can go pick up somebody like that.
Yeah. I mean, another person off it. I know I've been just naming people. I named AJ Dillon off of injury, but Chris Godwin's out there.
Yeah.
Man, he was a top 3 receiver before he got hurt.
So somebody said this quarterback. So I said, I already posted, and a couple people unfollowed me because of it. I said, we're getting the cornerback out of Michigan. I said, Johnson. I was like, we're drafting him. Watch.
Yeah.
We're going to let one of our cornerbacks walk, and we're going to pair him up with Bennett. Hobbs is a nickel corner, and in the NFL, you have 3 cornerbacks on the field more than anything anymore. So, you have 60 to 70 plays on defense. That nickel corner is out there for 40 or 50. So they're out there majority. Teams aren't running a 3-4 anymore. They're running like a 3-3-5, or a 4-2. So I really think we get another cornerback.
Yeah. I wouldn't be upset with the corner. You're probably going to lose Hobbs and Jack Jones this offseason.
I think we keep Hobbs. I think we're going to keep Hobbs.
I would love to keep Hobbs, but at 25 years old and the way this organization's going, it's hard to see us. It's hard to, if you're putting yourself in these players' shoes, you go look at Amik Robinson, you go look at Josh, you go look at dude, you can go look at D'Amico Autry, and they're playing for good teams. If you it's a business decision.
Yeah,
and
got another caller.
That's kind of where I'm getting with it.
Yeah. All right, we got another caller.
I believe, Jack Jones is part of the Antonio Pierce tree. I don't know. I don't think he stays.
No. Hey, you are live. I can hear myself. Can you hear me?
Hard to hear him on my end.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. Can you hear us?
I can hear myself. Can you hear me?
You gotta mute the podcast. There's feedback. Oh my god.
Take Sauce Gardner.
Yeah. Sauce Gardner? The Sauce? He wants out of New York too. Hey,
Yeah.
Can you hear me? You're live.
Todd Monken.
Sauce Gardner? The Sauce? He went
Oh, they have whoever's calling in just now, you actually have the podcast live behind you and there's feedback. So you got to mute us when you call in, guys. It's like having the radio on and calling in a radio show.
Hopefully we can tie it in next week. We're trying to figure out that software.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's fun. Hey, we got a couple calls. It's cool. That's pretty nifty. I don't know anybody else that does that. So I was like, now he's going to fucking copy us and do it better, the fuckers.
It'd be fun. We'll get it down soon. Todd Monken. I don't know too much about Todd Monken. I'll be honest with you.
Who the fuck is Todd Monken?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm
going
not
to
gonna
literally
lie to
Google
you.
that.
But you'll probably say where he goes, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
Oh, he's the offensive coordinator for the Ravens.
Okay, all right. Hey, what he's done with the Ravens, I wouldn't mind.
Can we just get Lamar Jackson and call it a day? That'd be great.
Yeah. He was. I mean, I don't think he was ever really available, but remember that time the rumors were floating around that Raiders were interested.
We're interested in everybody, but at the end of the day, we just need some players. We need some hype. I could see them trying to trade up to get a quarterback. Everything that Telesco never had did that because, well, Herbert fell into his lap. Luck fell into his lap. It's not a thing.
He did trade up one time. He traded up for Kenneth Murray.
What the fuck?
He did trade up. He traded up for Kenneth Murray once. Charger fans let me know that the other day.
Was he a tackle?
He's a linebacker.
I don't know who he is. I don't think he panned out, did he?
Nope, he did not. So the one time
I don't know who that is. I usually know most players.
The one time he traded up was for Kenneth Murray, and it didn't work out too good. Do you give him a second chance?
He's on the Titans now.
Look at that. He was also all right. Raider Alex, you need to hop in here next week.
Oh yeah,
nice.
I DM'd him. Yeah, he's gonna hop on. I was talking about his stuff and everything. So I asked him if he's available Tuesday. So I had a dumb question for him. I'm like, "Hey, are you Raider Alex on YouTube?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I watch your film breakdown all the time because I'm too lazy to do it myself." Because if you guys don't know, he has a fucking funny ass meme page on Instagram.
Huge, yeah, it's awesome. It's the best. Dude, you wake up Monday morning, all the memes are posted already.
Yeah, there's nice
8 to 10 slides. So give Raider Alex a follow. Thanks for tuning in. He produces some funny stuff. I think it's Raider Alex Official. Am I wrong? We'll plug them in.
Oh yeah. Hey. Speaking of Bowers, I have Bowers record-breaking gloves from the receptions and yards list. So
there you go. Sell them.
Yeah. Shit. My kid. So I asked my kid. I'm like, hey, I told him I was like, because he has Bowers' first game ever, and then he has Bowers breaking the records. And I was like, Max, do you want both of these? And he's like, well, how much can I get? I'm like, honestly, probably $500 to $1,000 a pop. And he's like,
yeah,
sell one. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I already some guy already bought one of the pairs. So my kid's probably gonna be running around some new Jordans tomorrow.
Yeah, nice.
That fucking Fortnite bucks. Yeah. So if people don't know, like a lot of stuff you see me post, it is my kid's, and he does get the money. So he's bought an Xbox, he's bought a shit ton of shoes, wasted it on Fortnite bucks, but he gets so many autographs. His duplicates I usually sell under market value. they got 2 game balls. So he has 2 game balls now the past 2 weeks, which is pretty cool.
Nice. When I used to go to games back in the day with my pops, he would get really drunk, so I couldn't stay after. We'd be in the back of the parking lot already.
Yeah, but like it was fucking because JPJ signed a couple of things, and he's like, "Oh, Dad, you can keep this one." I'm like, "You little shit! I bought these seats. I keep whatever the fuck I want." Yeah. If you guys ever see me at the game, my son or my daughter is always running around with me. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Well, we got some wrap up time. We are trying to finish this call in. Thank you for everyone who called in today. We had Jay Raider call in. We had Raider Jesse call in. We had Ralph call in. So we'd love to hear what you guys have to say as well. If anyone ever wants to come on the show, let us know. Off season obviously is a lot longer, so we are looking for any guest. As long as you have some knowledge, we can make it fun.
Yeah, and if for some reason you don't like me, even better, hop on. I really don't care.
Yeah, you don't really necessarily have to like either one of us. Yeah. I got my own foes on Twitter. I'm not as big on Instagram, but Twitter.
I posted a list yesterday of everybody that blocked me. What, day before?
I seen that.
Everybody that's blocked me this year.
I seen that. Well, you had that one guy. I don't even know his name. But he is gaining some Raider clout. The one who posted about you and Graphic.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, I've never talked to that guy in my life. I was like, you're a fucking moron. Who are you?
Who do you guys see as let's get in a final question. Who do we see as defensive coordinator potential?
We're gonna hire some linebacker to be our defensive coordinator. I dare you. We're gonna get somebody new.
Yeah, we will see. DC potential. Obviously, Patrick Graham's out. I mean, bring back Antonio Pierce. Sorry, I got to think deeper for the defensive coordinator potential. I don't even know most of the names out there for defensive coordinator. I'm an offensive mind. I'm kind of focused on the head coach. It's obviously going to depend on the head coach on who we bring in as the defensive coordinator. So we will see. We'll see how that.
Hey, we got somebody in Los Banos.
Yeah, there you go. Los Banos tire shop.
I say Los Banos because I'm white, but
Los Banos.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Who do you guys think or guess our next QB will be? I read that so wrong. Who will be our next QB?
AOC to start the year. Mark my words. And then whoever we draft, if we draft a quarterback, will eventually take over him because we will not be a winning team with him.
Yep, I agree. Whoever do we do draft, whether it's Moreau, Jackson Dart, or Sanders. Sanders is the long shot. Milroe's realistic, and Jackson Dart is a project quarterback.
Yeah, another one that we keep saying Gabriel. If you guys don't know, Gabriel is a little dude. He's like 5'10", 200 pounds. That does not translate to the NFL. Sorry.
Yeah. No, he's he's I know that just makes Josh upset, so I love throwing in Derek Carr comments into here. Gabriel has the number 1 team in the country, and he's projected as a 4th round pick. That should tell you a lot.
He lost. You see what he did. He played mediocre. But again, college players, some of them don't translate to the NFL. On him, it's his size and athleticism. It's just not there. He's a small dude. Like, he's tiny. For an NFL player, he's 5'10". That is not big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, I agree. He's led the number 1 team in the country all year, and he's projected 4th round. That should tell you kind of where the NFL people are putting him.
Yeah.
So, JJ McCarthy, I think Sam Darnold is going to get franchise tagged. So I do not see McCarthy being an option.
No, they own him for 5 years. Why would they get rid of him? There's no reason to.
Yep.
He's draft capital. He's a cheap backup. And if for some reason Darnold does not do good yesterday, and this is a 1-year fluke, which we have seen before with quarterbacks, 1-year flukes.
Oh, yeah.
We can do with, I think, a Big Dick Nick with the Eagles. Let me think what other 1 year. Kevin Kolb, again, with the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of
one good year into $30-40 million contracts.
Yeah. Matt Castle.
Matt Castle turned into contract.
Castle.
Bridgewater had a couple of good years. I'm trying to think that one other guy that went up to Seattle. And
Jimmy
Hasselbeck
Garoppolo.
started over him. Yeah, Jimmy G turned 2 good years into big contracts. Quarterbacks turned 1 good year. Yeah, hey, Joe Flacco, one of my favorite stories ever.
I like Joe Flacco.
Do this before we wrap it up. So Bill Romanowski off air was like, he said something like, Joe Flacco fucking sucks. That dude just got good at the right time so he'd get a new contract. He's not that good. And the mic was off, but you can hear him talking at the tailgate in the Raiders when he used to do for the radio show. Again, Joe Flacco turned that into $100 million. So he's still playing, but
Yeah,
the Ravens.
Yeah, I like Joe Flacco. He beat the Broncos on that deep pass, Jacoby Jones into the corner in the playoffs. So anyone who beats a division rival in the playoffs, I like a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
real quick, we got 5 playoff games this weekend. Texans, Chargers. Who do you got?
Oh, hold on. Let me pull them all up because I'm going to do a parlay. I'm going to pick all the winners and just retire.
For a couple thousand.
So let me see. Wild card. Let me pull it up so I get all. I'm pulling the Chargers over Houston, Baltimore to win, Buffalo to win, Philly to win, Washington over Tampa Bay, and Minnesota over the Rams.
Okay. I got a few different ones. I think the Rams beat Minnesota. Ooh. It's in LA. I think the Rams pull off the upset. I think McVay solidifies himself even more. I'm gonna throw a crazy one out there too. I think the Bucks win.
That one's a toss-up for me.
I think the Bucks win, and I agree with the rest.
Yeah, those 2 games are hard, so that's why I'll probably leave them out of my parlay.
Yeah. I like
all the favorites.
I do like the Bucks this week.
Yeah, I don't think Harbaugh goes one and done in the playoffs. And he's preparing against a second-year quarterback. He's going to have his defense out there being fucking nasty against CJ Stroud. Stroud's going to have some real issues on Sunday.
Yeah, I think so too. CJ Stroud, he's down 2 receivers. They're going to struggle.
Yeah.
So get ready for your comments, Josh. A lot of Charger fans will be coming in.
For what?
I don't know. They come into mine. They like to talk shit.
Yeah, they ain't got no better to do. All starts with NFL Mike. NFL Mike's gassing all these fuckers up. He needs to stop.
They come in my stuff all the time. I have so many Charger fans who follow me just to talk shit.
Yeah,
or they'll bring up old tweets.
Immediately when I got off, or when the game was over, I had like 3 Charger fans. Hey, good game. I'm like, crazy. Why are you in my DMs?
Yeah, it's insane. I have so many on Twitter too.
Yeah. Well, hey, whatever. It's engagement. That people don't realize that. I'm like, you just made me $15.
Yeah, like 15 cents. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back next week. We're trying to get this call thing going, and please feel free to call. Maybe we'll set up some type of incentive for calling. I don't know what the incentive will be, but something for me and Josh to talk about. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Give us a follow. QXGoat, the Goat 209 on Instagram, Twitter, Raider AQ on both as well. So we appreciate you guys.
Hey, subscribe to our shit on Instagram. Oh, not Instagram.
Subscribe
on YouTube. We're trying to get our YouTube subscribers up. Okay, we have followers on Instagram. We have followers on X. We get a lot of fucking viewership there.
Mm-hmm.
The YouTube's new, so we're going to be doing giveaways at 100. I think we're close to that. We'll do another one like at 250. Yeah. If you guys don't know, I have a lot of game use shit. So do something.
And it's free. Subscribe. It is free to subscribe on YouTube. Yes. I have thrown in a Jack Jones signed ball already.
Better get rid of that shit quick.
Yeah. You're right. No, you're right. You gotta get to a lot of followers quick. Yeah. Subscribe, QXGoat on YouTube. Thanks, guys.
See ya.